What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to an update here. We've got some new Super Nintendo games added in, and I usually don't do this for the Nintendo Switch Online because I'm not really about playing these old games over and over again because I've already beat a lot of them so many times, but I had to make a video on this because one of the greatest games of all time is finally heading to the Nintendo Switch Online. And it's not Chrono Trigger. That game will come in due time, hopefully. Potentially. Square Enix, if you're listening, yo, hook a brother up with some Chrono Trigger. But instead, for now, what we got is one of my favorite games back in the day, and that is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest. That name just sounds amazing, but we have some other games as well. So we're gonna go down this list here, and then of course we're gonna get you guys' opinions on what needs to come next to the Nintendo Switch Online, Super Nintendo games, plus we have an NES game as well, if anybody cares about that. So, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online app will add Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest, Mario's Super Picross, which is just, yo, that's like crazy. That's the first time it's been over here in the West, right? Or something like that, I think. We'll figure it out. And also, the Peacekeepers and Nintendo Entertainment System, it's adding one game. It will add SCAT, Special Cybernetic Attack Team. That just sounds absolutely amazing. Cybernetic Attack Team. Sign me up, right? September 23rd. So it's not now at this point, guys. It'll be next week. You'll be able to get your hands on some of these classic Super Nintendo and NES games. Now, here's an overview of each game. We got to talk about this, guys, right? Because obviously the big game here is Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest, a game that I beat literally over and over and over, and I'll probably just play it once, maybe. I'm like, oh, all right, that's cool, nostalgia, but still, the fact that it's coming is something that I've got to talk about. So, Captain K. Rool and his Kremlings have kidnapped Donkey Kong. Enter Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong, who are ready to brave the seas to save our hairy hero. Kong's cartwheel can sprint him across a distance, while Dixie Kong's helicopter spin will let her float from high places. Play solo or with a friend in 8 exciting worlds all abroad. And let's set sail. So Donkey Kong is kidnapped in this one here, and you have to save him, which I thought was pretty cool back in the day. Now, Mario's Super Picross. This one's interesting. So, use numbers as clues and chisel away squares to bring a hidden image to the surface, with Mario cheering you on as you progress through the game's puzzles. You can get a friend in on the excavation tool. 2 chisels are better than 1. This puzzle game launched on the Super Famicom system in 1995 and has never been released in the US until now. You can view a video tutorial to help you dive into the game, link in the description below, which is just crazy that it was never released here in the US officially or anything, and bam, here you go, the Nintendo Switch Online is bringing it over, which Nintendo's done a number of times with different stuff here with the Super Nintendo Online or with the Nintendo or the Super Nintendo Classic. It's pretty cool that we're seeing some of these games that were never officially released. Next up is the Peacekeepers, which I have no idea about this game. So the DM Corp is responsible for a new string of troubling incidents. It's up to Flynn and his crew to rise up and stop them, progress through each stage by executing on the deep action gameplay and unleashing each character's unique super attack. So it's like a 2D beat 'em up type of game. The story changes based on the route you take. Ooh, that's interesting. So next up is SCAT, SCAT, Special Cybernetic Attack Team. In the year 2029, which seemed futuristic at the time that this game came out, but it's pretty close to what's going on right now. That's not too far away. It's less than a decade away, right? Supreme Commander Val Malmort and his army land on Earth, aiming for world domination. Your main objective is to send these alien invaders packing. Blast and fly through relentless enemies and bosses while collecting new weapons, speed boosts, and life recoveries. Get ready, soldier. You're Earth's only hope. Which I think we just found, scientists just found life on Venus or something like that, or potential life on Venus. So this is the start, guys. They knew it back then. Alright, so in Japan, the September lineup consists of entirely of Super Nintendo Entertainment System titles. You got Super Tennis, Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest, Fire Emblem Mystery of the Emblem, which is just unfortunate that those games aren't localized just yet. And Wild Guns. The Nintendo Switch Online subscriber exclusive apps allow users to play classic Super Nintendo Entertainment System and Nintendo Entertainment System games with online play added to every classic game. You can compete or cooperate online with friends, share your screen, or pass the controller depending on the game, which is one of the best additions to this, to where I feel that it's better than the Virtual Console at times, because they did add that functionality of being able to play the game online. Games that were normally local when they were on the Virtual Console on the Wii U or the Wii are now online enabled with the Nintendo Switch Online. So that's the really cool thing about this here. So pretty cool stuff here, guys. You guys have seen some of the trailers. And yeah, I mean, I'm excited a little bit for Donkey Kong Country too. I mean, that's the game a little bit, kind of bit. I mean, I've beat the game so much times, like, you know, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to play it through, but still, I'm definitely going to check it out just because it's a nostalgic trip through memory lane to kind of go through this game here. Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest is just great. It's just a great game. I played it all the time back in the day. I thought it was cool because they really mixed it up with having Dixie Kong. That was the first time that she was in the game, and like the whole hair gimmick was really cool because Diddy was like quick, nimble, obviously. He can cartwheel, he can jump, he can do all that, but then Dixie kind of came in and was like, yo, let me just kind of float with this hair. And even still to this day, Dixie Kong is my favorite Kong to use between Diddy and Dixie because Dixie has that floating ability. Even like in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, having her in the game was dope, and I love that about the original. So for me, Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Kong Quest, the game is just magical in my opinion, and the levels are awesome. It took everything that the original Donkey Kong Country did and I think made it better in some ways. Also, another thing with this, the online play, I think that'd be kind of cool to go through online with a friend. I've never done that before. I've played the game co-op before. I think I played it past the controller or something like that with my brother or something. So awesome stuff there. Also, the music is really good. Donkey Kong games, just in general, always have amazing music. Some of the best music in the industry is from Donkey Kong Country, but Donkey Kong Country 2, to me, the soundtrack is just absolutely legendary. I think some of the newer games definitely reach up to where Donkey Kong Country 2 is or surpass it. But to me, when I was first hearing those tracks, man, it was just crazy how good they were back in the day. And they still hold up. I mean, this game, in my opinion, there's some things that are kind of like, man, with it, with the hit detection and kind of like where you're jumping in the platforming that can kind of just be whack, you know? But overall, the game still holds up pretty well, although it's pretty tough, though. I mean, like, if you're playing this game, if it's like the first time that you're playing the game, you're probably going to struggle with it and die quite a bit. Compared to today's platformers, this game is actually a lot harder than what we saw before, which Donkey Kong was always known for its difficulty, but also it's like you learn from what happens, right? You learn from what happens, you get better and better, but it was always known for being a little bit of a difficult game. And actually, it was known for being so difficult that the developers, Retro Studios, when they took over the helm for making Donkey Kong games, they wanted to make sure that they retained that difficulty. And some people got really mad that Tropical Freeze was just way too hard. Heck, I think GameStop, even when they originally reviewed it on the Wii U, was like, yo, this game is too hard, man. So these Donkey Kong games are even harder. The old ones, I think, are even harder than the new ones, even though the new ones are hard, but for today's terms. But back then, man, they were like relentless. You would get bodied a lot. You know, it was something that you died a lot, and you have to really learn from your mistakes in order to get through and collect all the secrets and everything. So I'm happy these games are coming, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool here. Some of the other games never played, so we'll see how they work out. So what were your favorite games here from the Nintendo Switch Online? What do you want Nintendo to add next? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Check out the links in the description. We've got Twitter. Go and give us a follow on there. Stay up to date on all latest gaming news and information. Also, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you can. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you for the next one. Peace.